Anita
Yeah.
Clarke, how
Yes,
are you?
I'm good.
Honestly, but before we say anything, I just want to say thank you for being active in the community because
Oh, have I been? Oh,
I
okay.
mean that's
All
that's
right.
how you're here. It's
Okay.
the point. So thank you for being active and contributing because we're trying to keep the community going that way.
I
Anyway,
tell you what, it's hard work though.
how are you?
I'm not too bad, thank you. It's very hard work.
What is running the community?
Yeah, I mean, trying to stay up, keep up. It's
Oh,
crazy.
I know. It's listen.
I wonder if some people have a full-time job or not because they post 4 or 5 times a day, and I'm thinking, what?
Somebody in the community today I've been doing the one-to-one calls, and
Yeah.
then somebody's got the wagyu burgers,
Uh-huh.
and
Uh-huh.
in there she says to me, Eddie, my energy is not right. After my first meal, I feel tired, I feel a bit sleepy, and I said there is something on your plate still raising your blood sugar and raising your insulin. She said, I don't think there is. I said, let's break it down. What do you eat? And she went and got the wagyu burger. I said, turn the back of it. It's
Have you
tapioca.
read the ingredients?
Tapioca starch, the second ingredient. And she didn't know. And the thing is, because we assume that it's only a small amount, so it doesn't matter, but it does matter.
It does, especially when
Yeah.
it's a second ingredient.
Yes, I know, of course,
Especially when it is.
but the point is that because we're all used to, oh yeah, you got to have you looked in the ingredients of Maggie Cube?
I have. There's sugar in it.
Yeah, I know. There's maltodextrin in there. It's not,
There's
but
all of those things in there. That's true. That's true.
it's, but the thing is, right, and before until you become fat adapted, it is best to try and keep all the
Those
sugar.
things down.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
When you're fat
Yeah.
adapted, fat adaptation means your body sort of
Your
learns
body knows how to. Yeah.
process both fats and so I don't have to explain anything to you. So you get it.
I get it. And I've read a lot about it. And I'm a baker.
Okay, you're a baker by trade.
Not by trade,
You
no,
like
not by
baking, right?
trade. It's something I really do well.
Yes.
So almost weekends, I have a full-time job, but almost every weekend I'm
Yeah.
baking for people. Sometimes I get paid for it. I've got a big extended family and that kind of
Yes.
thing.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
So there's always cake and things like that around me.
Yeah.
So even if I think, oh, I'm being healthy and I'm doing my meat and vegetables and this, invariably I'm gonna have cake coming into my mouth at some point soon,
Okay.
whatever.
So what I'm saying that makes sense because the reason why we struggle to stick to it and our bodies are craving sugar is because we're eating sugar.
Yeah.
And basically, when you're hungry, when you're craving stuff, it just means that your insulin level is higher than the blood sugar level, and the
So
body's
is
asking
that.
for more sugar. That's it.
But you see, I think I underestimated how long insulin stays in the blood for. So I thought if I do a 16-hour fast, 20-hour fast,
No,
that's
no.
it. But then when I go and break my fast, what do I have? You know, so I'm right back where I started again, even if it's working its way out.
You mean before you came here?
No, before I even started this, because
Yeah.
I already had the concept in my head.
Yes.
So I said, okay, fast and make sure insulin. But I thought, okay, 20-hour fast.
Maybe you have some, whatever
And then
you.
when I break my fast, I might have fruit or I might have.
That's the
I
sugar.
knew it probably wasn't wise to, but the one thing that I think has really got me, which I always used to break my fast with, is coffee and peanuts.
No, peanut is not actually a nut.
And our peanuts.
Yeah. No, but where do you live? You live in the UK, don't you?
I live in Bedfordshire, in Luton.
Bedfordshire. So the peanut, it's not a nut, really, is it? It's a legume.
Yeah.
So in a way, and we all most plants are carbohydrates when you think about it. So peanuts, yeah, but it's not the best. I don't think it's the best nut, really.
But I
now
saw
you
a big change because even when I started, because she said we could have nuts, I thought I'll have some. But the minute I took it out, because you try and see how the body goes, and you kept saying, listen to your body, see how you're feeling. The minute I took it out, I realized that things were changing, just taking the peanuts out.
Crazy, isn't it? It's so simple. When I say nutrition is simple, and I think, you see, I don't swear like I do on social media, but I do it deliberately because that's the only way that I manage to.
People actually listen. Yeah.
People listen. I'm talking to the average person. I listen to a lot of doctors that I've listened to for years, but the average person doesn't want to think that somebody's smarter than them.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? They, as soon as you start using crazy words like mitochondrial dysfunction, you've lost them.
No, you've lost them.
Lost them. They're not interested. So, like, literally just saying, don't touch that. That's fucking shit. And they're just literally just screaming and shouting. And before you know it, we just went to the Tesco's and we got about 7 different people coming. Oh my God, I've lost this amount of weight, but I've lost this. It's
really?
Like, honestly, when we go out.
Are they in the community or?
No.
Just by listening to you.
That's what the guy says, doctor. The guy, what did he say?
He said that he'd been to a doctor who was talking about Eddie basically, and told this guy he had diabetes, I think, because he was saying metformin, and she was saying you need to go and speak to this guy or look at this guy. She'd been to your seminars. It must have been. She
came to one of my seminars. Yeah, that's it.
So she knows the science and she knows it makes sense.
She knows the science. Then she says, no, but the thing is.
But why do they put it aside when they are dealing with their patients?
Okay, no, let me explain this right to you, right? So there is a playbook. You see, when there's a playbook, and then if a patient comes to you and says, I got high cholesterol, and the patient's diet is keto or carnivore, all their markers are fine. They're feeling amazing. They've lost about like 15 kilos. You see that there's a better spring in their step. They're really good. But then your LDL cholesterol is slightly high. Oh, then they panic, even though that's where your body wants your LDL to be. So, but then if the doctor doesn't prescribe statins and something happens to you, they get into trouble. So they have to.
So they have to be seen to be doing that. Yeah.
Otherwise, they get into trouble. Because that's what the playbook says. So as a nurse, I used to watch and thinking, well, why is that patient on statins? Well, because if I don't give them statins, something happens. Now the doctor can offer it, but you can say, I don't want to take it, and they have to write it down that you refused. Right? That's it. So it's not their fault. So there's a doctor who is actually a surgeon in a colorectal ward. And every time he operates on a patient, he says to them, can you go home and follow this guy, follow me? And they all messaging me, say, oh, my consultant says to follow you because you're onto something. And it's all about food. It is all about food.
It's all about food. It's all about food. Yeah. That's true. And I want some advice for my friend who, like me, I mean, we've all, let a lot of things go. We've, life has gotten in the way and she's put on a lot of weight. I mean, but she recently decided to diet and she went on a fruit diet and collapsed at home. Fruit diet.
The what?
A fruit diet.
Oh, fruit diet. Okay, yeah.
And collapsed at home. She didn't realize she was diabetic, and then she'd been doing this diet for 2-3 weeks or so. And she was losing weight, so she was happy. So she carried on. So now they put her on insulin injections like she's type 1 diabetes. And every time she says, I don't want it, they're like, you need to be on it for the 3 months at least, So now she's afraid to come off it because and she struggled for weeks to actually, her body just didn't want it, So she went through a lot.
You need to eat exactly what you're eating.
I'm seeing her on Saturday. So I'll tell her.
Exactly what you're eating. Literally just like nothing else goes past her mouth.
But when you are injecting the insulin, it's actually taken away from your own sources of.
No, but so she's a type 2 diabetic, isn't she?
She's type 2, but they've asked her to inject insulin.
Yeah, well, that's crazy. That's crazy. The thing is, right, the body will regulate itself. Basically, it's not when you're type 1 diabetic, your beta cells are not producing. That's a different case. But when you're type 2 diabetic, you've got something called hyperinsulinemia. Because your cells are so insulin resistant that they're not so you know how it works. You eat and then food gets broken down to glucose and then enters your blood, and then your hypothalamus triggers your pancreas into release insulin through the vagus nerve, and then insulin's job is to take the glucose from your blood and then put it in a cell. And then there's an explosion, and then that's it. So now when you're insulin resistant, like your friend was, you're not, basically there's too much insulin in your blood. Now, the fruit diet made it worse because fruit is just basically sugar.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter where the source is, whether it's natural or natural. Sugar is sugar. Your body doesn't know the difference. That's the problem that's the lies that we've been told for a long time. It's okay. But then the fruits that we got now, when you get a banana, honestly, when I was a kid in Ghana, right? Some of the bananas, I used to love bananas. I'm 62 years old.
The smaller ones, I love them.
I know. Look at the bananas here. They look like plantains, some of them. They're so big. And I know, massive big bananas. Look
I couldn't eat the bananas here for a very, very, very long time when I came.
What do you get? Do you get like itchy mouth and itchy?
Yeah.
That's because they've been hybridized. A lot of them are genetically modified, and then they use pesticides and stuff
as well.
So then I can't eat them. I can't eat any fruit or veg raw. So that's why I don't eat fruit and veg. I can't eat any of it raw. I have to cook the hell out of it. And
you're a born carnivore then.
I was a born carnivore. I honestly, and I did the carnivore diet. I feel like I did when I was in my 30s. My energy level was through the roof, and I'm 62. I feel really good. But people say, if you want to save the beard, no.
No. It's to show the age. I mean, the only way I came across you was through social media, and it's because I don't, even though I've got Instagram and Facebook, I never go on there. I don't have time for any of it. And more recently, I started to go on there.
What happened?
I saw this thing, and I think you were holding something talking about insulin, No, you didn't mention insulin. You were just talking about, it's about this one hormone. So I was waiting to hear insulin. And the minute I heard it, I thought, okay, this sounds like something I've heard before, Yeah. So I started to watch a few, but I was still very almost resistant. I'm like, here's another one. Is this another one? Like the ones I've seen, and invariably you get to the bottom of it and then they want to sell you a product.
I know.
These are the 4 things you need in your diet, breakfast, the first thing you need to drink. And then at the end, I think you're going to tell me what it is. And it's like, it's all in this capsules. And I'm like, rubbish, So for a while, I was like, oh, another one. So it took me a while to one day then think, okay, let me actually listen to this YouTube. So I listened to it. I thought, okay, it's a program. All right, okay. So I mulled over it. I went to Ghana, came back, and my friend who decided to go on Manjaro decided that when she comes off it, I've just heard of this man called Abbew, and what he's saying makes sense.
No, wait. Say that name again.
She says she's just heard about...
Say my name again.
Abbew.
No, can you hear that? That's how they pronounce the name, not Abbew, like you guys say.
Abbew.
They say Abbew. It's Abbew.
Abbew.
It's Abbew, okay.
So she was saying, oh, this guy makes a lot of sense. Have you read? I said, oh, I've seen him. I've come across him. And she started talking. And sometimes when you talk to people about some of the things they choose to do, they don't listen because they're thinking, who are you? You are also big. So, so I just left it. So I went to Ghana. She followed a few weeks later, and I was expecting to see some change because she's been doing it for a month. And I thought she's even looking bigger than on Manjaro. Bigger, But I thought, well, so I came back from Ghana and then decided straight away. So I've been doing this for 4 weeks now, just gone 4 weeks.
And what's happened in the 4 weeks?
I know I've lost weight. I can tell from my clothes. I remember I took some clothes to Ghana. I put it on and I was looking at my stomach in the mirror. I said, no, I can't go out wearing this dress. And then just a few days ago, I went and put it on. I said, is this the same dress I was wearing Ghana I couldn't wear? So I can see the changes. The good thing is my daughter is copying me now.
How old is she?
She's 21. She's joined me on my diet
when you look at I look at you and you I can't believe
you. I'm a 31-year-old, please.
That's
I'm
amazing.
Almost 57. In fact, I'm almost 58.
Shut up.
I'm almost 58. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my God.
So I'm expecting to look even better in a few years.
Honestly, just keep doing. Honestly, what you're doing now, I swear to you, start reversing so many, honestly, 50.
But you see, I generally don't have health conditions, but I developed high blood pressure towards the beginning of last year when through my divorce, and then I lost my twin brother, and then I lost my dad, all in the same year, last year.
Wow.
And I just come off the divorce. So you know what? I just stopped worrying about myself. I just needed to go from day to day. So everything became what was convenient. What I could just eat. I didn't eat some days. I ate some, but whatever I ate was not the right thing. And I'd come off a period of being extremely physically active. And I was about 78 or 79 kilos at the time. And then at the time I started this, I was at 104, you know.
Wow.
And so much had happened in years with the divorce, and you know, so I thought, okay, I know I need to go back to, but the level of activity was so high. It was too much. And you can't sustain it for a long period of time. So I knew that food had to be the game changer for me. You know. So now, even though I've started doing my walks and my cycling again, and even doing I do a lot of weight. I used to do a lot of it, but I started it slowly because I recognize that I want to make sure that I'm fat adapted. Then I can really go into the full swing.
When you're fat adapted, honestly, it's like a game changer. You know, you find that your energy. The thing is, there's a video in the classroom about fat adaptation. Before I forget, you said your daughter started listening to you.
You know what it is? My daughter was also extremely active. And then when she hit puberty around the age of 14, 15, she started to get weight gain. She has a bit of a digestive problem, and we've been through almost all sorts. They've given her, and it has not resolved it. In the end, they said...
That's what my youngest daughter as well. My daughter Selena went through the same thing. So please, let's talk about that. So what happened?
So she's been doing, and the weight gain just continued. To a point where, you know, you don't want to look at your child and tell them, hey, you are this or you're that.
But
I thought that she was growing, and so I was telling her, oh, you know, we need to start thinking about your choices of food. She went off to university for 3 years. I'm obviously not there watching what she does, you know. But I suspected she was just buying food.
Whatever, I mean, life is crazy.
So she's come back from US, she's finished university, come back home and says to me, look, Mom, I need to do something, you know. So I said to her, I'm starting this. Let's do it together. I'm doing it. Just join me. And she's joined me. I tell you what, she's even better than me. You know, she started having 1 meal a day about 3 weeks ago.
How is the digestive problems?
She's still, you know, her problem is that the food keeps coming back up.
Okay. No, so right. Let's find out what it is. So, do you know what I would say? I would suggest she does just for 1 week, okay?
Yeah.
Just for 1 week, tell her to eat fatty red meat.
Okay.
And
1 week.
No, she's gonna have 2 meals if she wants, but just
1 week. Just stick to that.
1 week. Just fatty red meat, salt and water. And when she eats, tell her not to drink a lot of water with the meal. So and then drink the water maybe an hour after. So fatty red meat, don't cook it where it's all, you know, I know in Ghana.
It needs to be a bit rare.
A tiny little bit. No, it doesn't have to be as rare as mine. I do mine deliberately, just wind people up, you know that.
I know.
Sometimes I buy the raw meat, just wind them up because I'm thinking they think that something
carnivore.
But it's not. I don't eat that. You know, but I like my steak. My daughter eats hers really rare, and we both got used to eating like blue. It's really nice. But when you cook it too much, you kill the nutrients, destroy.
That's true.
So just tell her to do that, and please, and because this is something I just want to help. So if you can, just message Lauren, and then let me know what your daughter is doing for just for 1 week, 7 days.
Okay.
And then
all right.
Write down exactly how she feels. So fatty red meat, if you can get rib. Have you got any butcher near you?
Yeah, we do. I live close to the countryside.
You know what? But get a butcher and tell them the fattiest, but don't buy anything like Wagyu. If you can, just get Wagyu. They feed them with grain and rice.
Oh, the ones that they feed with grain and corn. Yeah.
You don't want that. You want the grass fed, and most of the British beef is actually not that bad. So go to your butcher and get the Scottish beef. Is actually quite nice. So ask them, just get grass fed, and then let's see what happens in the 7 days. You know, it's like it's like pressing the reset button, because that will.
And then she started to confess. You know, after she says, "Do you realize in a whole week I haven't had anything sweet?" I said, "Why? Were you having sweet things?" She says, "Oh, every day I was going to get chocolate. I said, "Oh, she's like a soldier on this thing, you know."
But how is she? How is
she's
she?
losing weight.
But it's not just the weight loss as well. How is she feeling?
I think she's feeling, yeah.
That's important. I mean,
and every day when we started the first day, she would moan about everything. What is it? And now she doesn't even care.
Honestly,
she comes in the evening and has one meal, and that's it.
Yes, just tell her, just get the fattiest red meat you can get. It doesn't eat as much as she can. If she's having 1 meal, she can have 1 meal, 2 meals, doesn't matter. Eat as much as she can, and make sure that she eats the fatty bit as well. Fry it in the best thing is to fry in either beef dripping or dark fat.
I always use goose fat. Yeah,
goose fat. That's it. Because the thing is, we want to keep dairy out of her just for the week. So keep dairy out. You know,
she likes hard cheese.
Yeah, but we want to leave that out for a minute.
Okay, let's leave that out.
My daughter's got digestive problems, and the cheese is the worst thing for her.
And you know what? When we were going to what do you call it, Great Ormond Street, and they were trying to I noticed that anytime she had something with cheese, I could see that. And she said to me, "Oh, everything I eat gives me this. It's not just cheese." But I'm sure
So what we're trying to investigate. We're trying to investigate. So it's almost like taking everything back.
Taking out,
the basic human diet, which is, I believe, is red meat, and then slowly started adding things back in. And then we will find the culprit.
And then you will know straight away what has changed.
Of course, because red meat, fatty red meat, if you cook it, don't put any seasoning on it, just salt. And then when you buy the salt, please use like rock salt.
Yeah.
You know, there's rock salt.
Sometimes I use the Himalayan one.
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah. If you there's a video, make the video about sea salt. Yeah. And the second ingredient was anti-caking agent.
Yeah, they always add that. I never buy that. I even stopped buying that a long time ago because I know they add the anti-caking agent to it.
Because we all, when you go to,
we just assume.
What do you call it? Where do you call it? Niñano.
Where?
Niñano. Where you get the salt in them. Where is it?
Oh, is it is it Niñano? There's a place I know. You know, I even have some of that rock salt. It's finished now from Ghana.
That's proper rock salt. It's not.
It's proper because when you leave it, you know, in Ghana, because it's so humid, you know, you start to see it sticking together. That's proper salt. You know, that's proper salt.
I know. But over here, sometimes the evaporated sea salt, then they bleach it and then make it into. But that's not what you want. You want the pink Himalayan salt. It's fine.
I was telling my friend on the a friend that I'm trying to get to join, that I notice when people post their recipes, you know, the things they've done. Someone says, "What did you put in?" And then they say, "Oh, they seasoned the chicken." And I can count about 8 spices that they've added to it. And I said to her, "It's always the black people or the Asians who put so many."
It's true though. We always the ones.
I'm so used to it. There's garlic. There's this. I mean, I'm a cook as well, so I mean, I'm guilty in the past. Now I've gotten so used to. I can't even eat, you know, like my normal habaneros that I used to eat, the Scotch one. I can't eat it now.
Honestly,
it's just killing me because I've gotten so used to like.
I'm so happy for you. I mean, we got to go because I'll sit here and talk to you all day, and because this is the only person I've spoken to in a long time that speaks proper Fanti.
Oh, I see. Damewa.
But then you know,
I'm going to Ghana in a few weeks. What vegetables should I eat apart from contombre?
Contombre.
They have cauliflower.
You can have cauliflower.
They have local cauliflower and contombre.
I don't know. They've got cabbage. You got cabbage.
Oh yeah. There's cabbage. Yes.
There's cabbage. What else? But vegetables. You know, you can get avocados are there.
Avocados are there. But actually, to be honest,
I
don't even worry so much about the vegetables now. I
don't worry too much about them.
I don't worry too much about. I'll just eat the meat. Yeah.
Make sure there's meat. Make sure the meat there's fat on the meat. The problem with Ghana is this, right? When you went to Ghana and I tried to buy some beef, it was like eating cardboard. And I said to my sister, why? She goes, well, in Ghana, they wait until the cow is about
the cow is almost dead.
And they milk the cow.
So they are so lean and dry. Yeah,
they're so lean and dry. So if you can, pork is good. Do you eat pork?
I eat pork, and I found a good place.
Absolutely.
That sells the best pork. You know, when I went here.
And fish like mackerel.
There's the mackerel. Yes, you can get the mackerel.
You can get them fresh from whatever.
Honestly.
No, because we're trying to keep the community going, and it's like it's taken a while to get where we are now.
My only comment is, I think for people who are new, it's a bit daunting when people are posting, I've fasted for 73 hours, 96 hours, or because even when you check, you see they haven't even been on there for they haven't even reached their 90 days, but they are happy to be sharing. But I can see my sister is trying to join, and she says she feels like, oh, maybe she's in the wrong group because she should have started. Everybody is starting is already good, you know. And I said,
no, it's but
it takes a while.
No, it takes a while. That's one thing that when your sister joins, just tell her to come to the first call. And I always try to welcome the new members, and I always say, you know, if you come here, just take it easy, because you got some people who are like prominent.
The big guns.
That's the right word, big guns. We got some big guns, like Linda. And we got like,
I know, you know, I know there are some.
These are the people that are making the community work, you know what I mean?
But you need them, exactly. You need them in
there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Before I forget, thank you so much for contributing, because it's helping. So don't stop, okay?
Yeah, and I'm gonna try and get more people to join.
Thank you very much, and good talking to you. Okay.
Thank you. Good talking to you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye now. Bye.